I never thought, on my wedding night of all nights, my own sister would betray me. But she did. And when I found out, I swore she would regret it forever. My name is Anna. For years, I dreamed of the perfect wedding. And when I finally met James, I thought I had found my happily ever after. But there was one problem. My sister, Claire, she was always jealous of me. Jealous of my looks, my career, and now my future husband. I should have seen the signs long ago. Growing up, Claire always wanted what I had. If I got a new dress, she wanted it too. If I got good grades, she sulked in anger. But I never thought she'd try to steal the man I loved. Why does Mom always praise you, Anna? What about me? She once asked. And I told her, Claire, you're my sister. We're in this together. But clearly, we weren't. When I met James, my whole world changed. He was kind, respectful, everything I had ever dreamed of. Claire smiled and said she was happy for me. But the way she looked at him, the way her eyes lingered, it told me another story. Anna, you look radiant tonight, James said once. You're lucky. So lucky, Claire whispered, forcing a smile. The weeks before my wedding should have been the happiest time of my life. But something was wrong. James grew distant. His phone buzzed late at night with messages he refused to explain. And Claire? She started visiting our house more and more. Too much. Why does James avoid my eyes? Why does Claire linger when he's around? Am I imagining this? James told me, it's just work, don't worry. But deep inside, I knew. Something was terribly wrong. On the day of my wedding, everything seemed perfect. The flowers, the music, the guests. But then, James disappeared. And Claire, she was nowhere to be found. My heart pounded as I searched the hallways. The air felt heavy. Too heavy. Then I heard it. Whispers behind a half-open door. James, you don't love her. You love me. You always have, Claire whispered. Claire, this isn't right. But I can't stop thinking about you, James replied. And there they were, together. On my wedding night, my sister, my husband. My heart shattered. I wanted to scream, to run, to collapse in tears. But instead, I chose to be smart. I walked back into the hall with a smile on my face. And in front of everyone, I exposed them. Ladies and gentlemen, before we raise a toast, I have something to share. James, Claire, did you really think I wouldn't notice? The late night calls, the stolen glances. Even tonight, my husband and my sister, betrayal, served on my wedding night. Gasps filled the room. Guests whispered in disbelief. Anna, please, let me explain, James begged. You were never good enough for him. He deserves me, not you, Claire shouted in anger. Then you deserve each other, I said calmly, and the shame that follows you. And then I showed them the proof, the messages, the photos, everything. The hall erupted. People gasped, pointed, shook their heads in disgust. In that moment, their world crumbled. Claire thought she had won. James thought I would quietly walk away, but they forgot who I was. That night, the marriage was canceled. And the next morning, I made sure the world knew the truth. My parents turned their backs on Claire. Her friends abandoned her. She sat alone, crying in her room, mascara running, with no one left to call. As for James, his family disowned him. He became the man who betrayed his bride on his wedding night. A shame he could never escape. And me? I walked away, stronger, wiser, free. It wasn't the wedding I dreamed of, but it was the lesson they deserved. My sister lost her dignity. My ex-fiancé lost my love. And I gained something far greater, my freedom. and the strength to never let anyone break me again. Sometimes betrayal breaks your heart, but sometimes it frees you. And that day, I was reborn. If you enjoy stories of betrayal, revenge, and lessons learned, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your stories too.